I want to conclude this conference and wrap things up, but I want to first recognize hopefully everybody who has put time and effort into this conference. I know that I have been really impressed with the content. I've been really impressed with the speakers and the way that the conference has come together. And Jessica Erickson, you and your team on the conference committee have done an amazing job. So congratulations, great job. So this gets to be the chairman's final hurrah because I'm lame duck from here out. So I just wanted to say a few things, and I hope that I'm sincere in saying them to all of my colleagues. One is that we asked that we create, when we started off, we were going to do a few good things well. And I hope that you understand that I feel like that the EDCC board has really done those things, and it's all the board members and the folks who have been part of those committees that have done that. Whether it's been Neil with memberships and changing our membership structure that was long overdue, that needed to be rehauled, or whether it was the different strategic partnerships with CML, OEDIT, as well as with DCI, and more to come. I've been working on strategic partnerships since we've been here. And so I think one of the things that hopefully we'll see more of is more of those strategic partnerships and how we draw more people in this room to be a part of the economic development conversation. The Drive, Lead, Succeed conference was one of the things that we wanted to elevate our game on, and I hope you all feel, as members of EDCC, that we have done that. And that's in a large part to the folks on the board and the executive committee. And I think that one of the other things we wanted to do was bring value to your membership as Economic Development Council of Colorado members. And hopefully we've done that with providing economic impact analysis to every single community that needs it, and the professional development courses that we have changed and really brought to another level with bringing IEDC courses to Colorado. We're bringing 2 of them this year already. We've brought 2 of them this year already, and we're going to be bringing more. And so I hope we've appreciated the impact that we've had in engaging the urban and rural discussion. I think that's really important for economic development moving forward across the state. And I hope that you will all join us in this legislative session and not just talking about proactive legislation, because we like to do that a lot, is talk about proactive legislation, but we also end up most of the time being reactive in our legislation, saying we don't like that, instead of saying, well, what do you want to do? So I'll ask that you engage with Preston Gibson and with Danny Tomlinson, and that you join us in creating proactive legislation about what we want to be and where we want to go, rather than what we just don't like. So that's my challenge to you. With that, you are going to get the opportunity to elect some new leadership to EDCC. And so we have a slate of candidates that's going to go out to you. And I'm really excited to talk about the fact, for the first time in a long time, we have races for the board seats and for the executive committee. We have had so much interest and engagement from y'all that I am really excited that we are going to actually have races for each of those different positions. So we have multiple candidates. Those will be emailed out to you in the next week or two, and we are going to get to vote as EDCC on who we want our leadership to be for the next year, I should say. So with that, we have a final really exciting announcement. And Ken, because I was last, does that make our finish still weak? Do you call me weak? Are you calling me weak? No. No, but I wanted to finish really strong, because the partnerships that you talked about is exactly what we're going to finish up with. And I'd like to invite Jessica and Carrie Linker and Kelly and Michelle Claymore up to the stage to make our final announcements.
Yeah, Kelly just said we're finishing real weak. Sorry. So, good morning. One of the things that Frank's talked about a couple times during the course of the conference, and several times over the course of the past year, is doing a few things and doing them really well. And one of those things that I think EDCC has for a long time done really well is provide professional development resources for our membership. So we're gonna do a couple things. We're gonna talk about what we have in store for this coming year in terms of kind of our standard toolkit of resources that we have for economic development professionals across the state. For those of you that might be new members or not be aware of what we have coming up in 2015. I'm gonna turn that over to Kelly and Michelle, the chairs of the Professional Development Committee. And then we're going to make an announcement about a new program that EDCC, OEDIT, and a couple of our private sector members are partnering on going forward.
Thank you, Jessica, and I want to echo what a great conference this has been. I mean, the best I've been to in 20 years. Good morning. I just wanted to take a quick poll. How many of you, when you were kids, told your parents that you wanted to grow up to be an economic developer? Exactly. So that is why professional development is very, very important for this industry. Most of us are kind of accidental in the way that we enter it, and we don't have a lot of formal training. And so about 9 years ago, the Economic Development Council of Colorado Board of Directors made a strong commitment to professional development. We started with trying to figure out how to bring more training into Colorado, especially for those shops that just really didn't have a travel budget and couldn't go to some of the national courses that were out there. The very first course that we brought in was the Basic Economic Development course. It's been running now for about 7 years. It's held the first part of June every year, and to date we've had over 200 people take the course. So that was kind of a good start for us with professional development. The second thing is to look beyond that and look at comprehensive training program and bringing in more topics and different things related to economic development. So we're excited to have more classes come, and Kelly's going to tell us a little bit about that.
Thank you. I am excited that we've really strengthened our relationship with IEDC and can bring more of those classes here. So if we are on the path to getting our certification in economic development, it's going to be that much easier for us to do that here at home. We've had the real estate reuse class, we've had the credit analysis class, and put on your calendar now that we will have the marketing and attraction class March 12th and 13th, and we will have the business retention and expansion class August 20th and 21st. We're also really partnering closely with our neighbors in Arizona so that we can use their classes as well and really maximize some regional growth here with the IEDC. So please put those on there. If you have any questions or you want to see more classes, please feel free to contact me and I'll work as best I can with the IEDC. But it's exciting to see that happening and that we can really learn how to do this the best we can right here at home.
And one thing we want to remind you guys about that we offer, that we've really put forward to assist in taking advantage of the professional development opportunities, is our scholarship program. It's something that we take money from the EDCC to invest in newcomers coming in that might need scholarship monies to come to this conference, the Basic Economic Development course, and many other things. I know a lot of my rural partners out there, very small budgets. We also have a rural travel scholarship. So if you aren't aware of that, please go to the website, it has information about it, but also contact your local EDCC board member. We want to really encourage the future of the professional development, and we are investing money to help those in need financially to possibly take part in that. So thank you.
So as you can tell, EDCC, with the leadership of these women up here, has done a really good job of bringing resources for professional development for economic developers to Colorado. At OEDIT, we had a conversation about how we kind of enhance what's currently available here through EDCC and partner with EDCC to create an opportunity to provide training that is customized to how we do business in Colorado. And Ken alluded to that a little bit in his remarks. So we sat down with the Professional Development Committee and with the leadership of EDCC and talked about how we could partner together to provide a resource like that for our professionals. And Ken Lund, as only Ken Lund can do, went out and convinced a couple of our private sector partners that this would be a good investment for them as well. So I want to recognize Xcel Energy, as well as Pinnacle Assurance, who unfortunately couldn't be here today, for their commitment to investing in the development of what is now called the Colorado Way training course that will launch in the spring conference in 2015, in April 2015. We have a project team made up of OEDIT staff from international trade, small business development, corporate development, and regional development that are working with the EDCC Professional Development Committee to develop a curriculum on how we do business in Colorado, how we do economic development in Colorado. There will be 6 core tracks to the Colorado Way training program. The first 2 of those that will be launched at the spring conference in April. The 6 core tracks are aligned with the 6 core objectives of the Colorado Blueprint. So your first 2 tracks available will be retain, grow, and recruit companies, and build a business-friendly environment. So along with your registration for your spring 2015 conference, you'll be able to register to attend one or both of those tracks. And over a period of a year and a half, you'd be able to, at the various conferences, attend all 6 of the tracks and be certified as a Colorado Way economic developer. So we hope that this provides a resource for you all, and also gives us the opportunity to solidify and make more consistent the way we do economic development across the state in Colorado.
Yeah, speaking of the spring conference, I'm really excited. We, for the first time since I've been a part of EDCC, really did solicit a lot of proposals for hosts for the spring conference. And I wasn't sure if we would see a lot of responses, but we absolutely did from all around the state. And I'm excited to announce that our spring conference in 2015 in April is going to be in Steamboat Springs. So we're going to have a blast. Put that on your calendar, and if you really want to be a part of the committee, we love help. So you can call me or email me, and I would love to include you in the conference planning committee. We certainly have set the bar high with this conference, so it will be a fun job, no doubt, and happy to spend some time and some money in Northwest Colorado.
Awesome. All right. So we'll get the dates out to you solidified as soon as we can. We just need to make sure we've got the timing with the host community all worked out. Thank you, ladies, for all your work that you've done with the professional development. I want to take a final moment. We can't do any of this stuff without our sponsors, Xcel Energy, Brownstein, Hyatt and Farber, and Crazy Good Marketing leading the way with our platinum and our title sponsors. So. And I know that many of you and many of your organizations in this room are part of that sponsorship. I'm not going to read them all off right now. I think we all want to get on the road and get going. But just want to say thank you. So a big round of applause for all of our sponsors. Thank you. So I hope your final takeaway is that after digesting all of our great speakers and all of the inspirational is that I hope you all are foolish enough to go back home to your communities and try to enact some change in the way you do economic development, or some thought process in the way you do economic development, which has kind of been the theme of our video. We're going to play it for the final time, but want to just say thank you to everybody. Appreciate all your time, effort, everybody's traveled to be here. And I want you to help me achieve a goal for Drive Lead Succeed next year, and that's make sure however many people you brought, you double it for next year, okay? So that's my challenge to y'all. And anybody wants to participate in the golf challenge, I'm headed out right after this, 2 o'clock tee time. All right, Drive, Lead, Succeed.
The big idea. Take risks, make mistakes, and get back up again.